Good morning, everybody. I've not got any fancy slides or screens. I'm just going to talk, and if you need any further information, it's either on VX or you can contact us directly. For those of you who don't know us, Step Swindon used to be called Swindon 12 to 18 Project. Then we changed to Swindon 10 to 18 project. We now have a junior arm, so we decided to cut all of the numbers out, and we're now called Step Swindon. We've been in Swindon supporting young people since 1984. To preempt Simon's question, I've been with the organisation for nearly 20 years now. Started as a volunteer when my children were very young, and now my children are very grown up, and I'm still here. We are an organisation that works with children aged 7 to 18 years old, and we provide therapeutic group work. We are a referral-only service, and our referrals come from professionals that know the young person well. So we take referrals from a wide range of professionals across health, social care, and education. We have a fair spread across all of those, but probably education is slightly the biggest referrer into us. Our therapeutic work, what we do is when we receive a referral, we assess that referral to actually work out what the needs are of the child. And we fit young people into groups that best fit their needs. So young people at the moment, because of COVID, we have groups of 12 young people together, and their needs are similar. We try and fit young people age appropriate, and all of our groups that we run in our evening sessions are boys and girls mixed together. We run the groups to meet a specific need, and those groups are 14 weeks, so each participant gets 28 hours of support. The groups are run by project staff here at STEP, and we have community volunteers that support the work that we do as well. We have 3 adults per group with 12 young people. We run Mondays through to Fridays. We have a group for our junior members, which are 7-year-olds through to 10-year-olds. We have groups that cover behavioural needs. So those are normally young people who are identified as having problems with regards to their behaviours in school environments or in the home environment, and sometimes within the community. They are expressing anger poorly, and they are unable to form appropriate relationships and express their feelings properly. And so that gets them into trouble. We often have young people that are on fixed term exclusions or are constantly on a red card and are in isolation quite regularly because they're unable to manage their behaviour. We have groups that, like some of the people that have spoken before me, we follow the 5 ways to wellbeing. We call it 5 steps to wellbeing, and it works with young people that are experiencing low moods. We do work with young people who are self-harmers. We do work with young people who have gender identity issues and are finding it difficult to work with other young people and to be in the communities that they're in. They're struggling, they're isolated, and they're needing support with regards to the anxieties and the frustrations that they're feeling because of that. All of our groups are bespokely designed for the 14 weeks. So we very much focus on the needs of those that are in the group. Young people do practical activities while they're with us, and they also do discussion. We use a lot of solution focused work. We find it more empowering for the young people if they can actually support one another to identify the things that they're finding difficult in their lives and actually find solutions to actually making things better. We have now from 2021. We have an outreach service. That outreach service is funded until 2024, and that is again working with schools, and we're working with specifically identified groups of young people in those schools. We do two different pieces of work. One is around antisocial behaviours and peer issues, and the other is around social isolation and poor mental health. We're currently in 2 senior schools, but actually we have the scope to be able to work with more schools if the schools are able to allow us to work with their cohorts of students. The in-school work is a 6-week programme, 2 hours a week, so 12 hours of support. All young people receive AQA qualifications while they're with us. We do a 5 steps one or a 5 ways to wellbeing one, but we also do ones around antisocial behaviour, peer relationships and communication skills. And we also do one around anger management. Young people also take away a workbook with all of the useful tips and guides that they've learnt while they're with us, so that they can have that as an extra support mechanism for them and the wider community and family once they've left us. And parents, we have new to 2020, thanks to COVID, we have parental guides which cover a wide range of subjects and we send those. We've sent about 100 out so far. Professionals have also received them on a wide range of subjects, including anxiety, anger management, dealing with ADHD and ASD, friendships and relationships, self-harm, body image, to name a few. I think we have 12 at the moment. And they're full of guides and tips and worksheets and information that can be used by the parent to support a young person that might be struggling. We have a group that we run on a Saturday, and that is an inclusions project for young people with special educational needs and disabilities. This project isn't finite. A young person will come to us and their place will be reviewed on an annual basis. We run 3 groups and they are run once a month on a Saturday, and they are for 2.5 to 3 hours. We provide transport to all of our groups if it is needed, because we would not like to exclude anybody if they can't get to us. We do encourage families to bring their children to us, but we do have a minibus, and that goes out on a daily basis to pick up young people to our centre. We're based in Nythe. We're in the old Nythe Youth Centre, and we're very lucky that we have a lot of rooms here. So we have breakout rooms, a kitchen, a dining room. We have a quiet room, we have a relaxation zone, and we have 2 group rooms. So we're very lucky that we have the facilities here. We're only running 1 group per evening at the moment due to the COVID situation, but we will be back hopefully in September running 2 groups each evening. And we support 60 young people at the moment, each set of groups that we do. I think that's about it, unless there's questions from people.
That is fantastic. Thank you, Joanna. And let's find out. Open the floor. Questions, please. Fortunate.
Yes, good morning. You know, the guides and tips that you have spoken about, is that on your website? If parents were to go on your website, would they find that information?
There is information about it, and if you contact us, then we could discuss what your needs are so that we could actually send the right parental guides to you, because we have quite a vast list. So, you know, some people might need 2 or 3 of those guides depending on the needs that are identified for their child.
All right. Okay, thank you.
It's a nice idea, actually, though. Would you consider putting them all up there and letting people sort of pick and choose?
I can discuss that with the staff team. I mean, I think we do. I think it's sort of something that we could do, but it's I think it's sort of like nice that we have that conversation with the family just to see, you know, is there anything additional that we might be able to put into those guys to actually support you? Almost a bespoke service, really, rather than it being generic.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Any more questions?
Just a quick one that I didn't think of, just in case people are thinking. We do have a waiting list, unfortunately, at the moment. If you're, we are prioritising young people because we work with a wide range of young people. We are prioritising young people who are child protection, who are looked after, who are at significant risk of harm. Those are being prioritised, but our places, we are full, and we are our group from September through to December is also full, unfortunately. So we're not offering places until January next year for the majority of cases. As I say, we are prioritising those most at need or at significant risk of harm. I did also forget to say that we've newly started this from April. We've started a group that actually is supporting young people who have parents who are drug and alcohol misusers, victims of domestic violence, or those that have been subject to abuse, and mental health issues as well. So it's almost like the young person is not in control of what the adult's behaviour is, so therefore it's not the young person's behaviour or issues that we're looking at, it's actually the family circumstances that they find themselves living in. So that's something that we're doing new this year.
Excellent. Well, thank you for that, a huge amount. So yeah, check out the website or the directory. And so Joanna, thank you very much for coming in and that presentation.